Hey everyone, welcome back to Drive It Out. My name is Adam and I am so stoked today because Kia has given me the opportunity to drive this awesome EV9. Now this is something I've been very curious to drive for a long time, and I have to say, in my time with it, I am quite impressed with it. You know, having an EV that seats this many people, that rides as smooth as this, has as much power as this, and does its space and its ergonomics inside as well as this is pretty awesome to see. So guys, I want to take you along for a ride. Let's see how this thing drives. I will see you inside the car. I am super stoked to be here at the Midwest Automotive Media Association 2024 Spring Rally. There are so many amazing vehicles here. So excited for the manufacturers that have brought their vehicles here for us to drive. This is the Kia EV9, and I have to say, I just got in it. My first impressions are, it is really quiet in here. It's a really windy day out today. We're driving a lot of these cars, and I've gotten in some others where it is definitely not this quiet inside. They've done a really good job with cabin noise in here. The second thing I will note that I'm noticing right away is the smoothness of the inputs. I have a little bit of regenerative braking on, but the accelerator, the movements feel very fluid and natural, and I'm definitely liking that. Now, I haven't gotten up to too much speed here yet, but you definitely can tell right away you're in a little bit bigger of a vehicle. But that's the great thing, is this is a full EV that you can fit the whole family in. 6 or 7 people, depending on how you configure it in here. And I'm impressed with the space. As far as the driver's seat, I'm very comfortable. I very much enjoy Kia's design of the center console and where my elbow rests are. This is key to having a comfortable vehicle that's built for more people, is you give the driver an area where it can feel natural with how you hold the steering wheel. That's all very important. Sometimes you will get in a smaller SUV or an SUV that is on a smaller platform but doesn't, you know, it's kind of been expanded or stretched to fit more people or to be larger. And you will notice that some of those natural comforts that come from having real space in here aren't there. Your armrests are kind of far away or in an unnatural place, and this feels good. I can sit in here and instantly get comfortable. The seats are also very good in here. Now, if you have been looking to get into a full EV, but you want to have room for the whole family, chances are you're thinking about the Kia EV9. And if you are unfamiliar, you need to get out and try and go test drive one if you can. Now, obviously, this being an electric vehicle, it's going to wow you with its performance if you're not used to it. This will perform very well for the size of vehicle that it is. But I'm thinking more about how you're going to live with this vehicle day to day, and what you'll be doing with this vehicle as you run errands or go on small road trips with your family. Is everyone going to be comfortable? And all of this feels great. It feels very natural, and I'm very much enjoying the ride in this EV9 so far. Alright guys, Kia is claiming a 0 to 60 time in this thing of 4.5 seconds, and there's definitely some great torque there. It's wild to be in something this size that's that responsive and has that much power. But it's not just about the acceleration forward too. For a vehicle of this nature, it's saying that they did a 0.84 Gs in the cornering for this thing. That is not bad. Now, it's no sports car, it's a big SUV, but don't you want to have a little bit of fun when you're driving the family car too? I definitely think so. Now, what I will say about this vehicle is, if you are thinking about it compared to going with a gas vehicle for your family, well, they've done some comparison for that. In fact, comparing it to the Telluride, which Kia also offers, which is a great SUV, they're actually claiming a savings of about $1,600 in a year's time when you think about fuel costs that you would have in the Telluride. And that goes all the way to about $8,000 in 5 years. So, as if you're looking for a family SUV and you really think you want to try the EV thing and it's going to fit into your world, you've got to go look at the EV9. Now, something I'll say when you're driving this, you have a great set of buttons here for your climate control. This has a heat pump, by the way, for the climate control, but you also have good screens up here as well, touch screens. And then they have some buttons here with haptic feedback, right? That also is there, and you can read them out on the dash. But the materials are nice in here. They've blended different materials that are similar color in here. They all look really sharp. And you know, everybody likes a white seat and they look quite nice. I know I do when a car is brand new, it looks great. If you're worried about getting dirty over time, I actually like what they've really done here with this white with the black insert. And I think this is going to be a great way to kind of have that light colored seat in here, but also preserve it at the same time with you have the darker color where it matters most. All right, guys, I really like how this thing drives so far. Let's go get out on the road here a little bit more and see what you guys think. All right, guys, I do want to talk a little bit about the road manners on this EV9 as I go over some railroad tracks here. I have to say that this does really well in the small stuff. The small stuff you almost don't even notice. Now, if you haven't driven an EV before, one thing maybe you should think about is you tend to get, your senses can sometimes become much more heightened of things happening around you because you don't have that engine noise. And this car is no different, but the thing is they've done a great job insulating you from a lot of that noise and those extra distractions. So I'm out here on a county road, the speed limit 45 miles an hour. You know, there's some bumps here and there, and this thing doesn't even notice it. It floats right over them. But it's gonna fit everybody, all the space back there. Really liking the way that this thing drives. Now, here at Drive It Out, we care a lot about the driving feel of a vehicle. Now, for an EV, I will have to say that I like how this drives. Now, the steering is going to be fairly light with any electric vehicle, but I actually like the way that the weight of the steering on this EV9. Sometimes you get in an EV and its default steering setting is very light, over boosted, they call it. And I have to say that I like the way this one is set up. I also like that when you jump in, the way the suspension is tuned just right off the bat, just in normal mode, it feels somewhat sporty, somewhat cushy. It's a really good middle ground, and I'm really enjoying it. Driving the EV9 feels very natural. If you're going from a traditional internal combustion engine family vehicle, you know, something that seats up to 7 people, and you jump in this, driving this doesn't feel like you're a fish out of water. It's a very easy transition to come in here and just start driving. And I think if you got in one, you would very naturally move to your normal routine and not think a whole lot of it. Thanks again for watching, guys. This has been the Kia EV9. I really like it. If you're shopping for an EV that's gonna see the whole family, I don't know how you overlook the EV9. You need to go test drive one if you can. Thanks again so much for the opportunity to drive this car from Kia, from the Midwest Automotive Media Association, from Road America. This has been an awesome driving experience, and I hope that you get the chance to check one of these out. Guys, remember, this is Drive It Out. My name is Adam. We do in-depth reviews. We do walk-around reviews at major auto shows, and we do car comparisons. Thanks so much for watching. What are you going to drive next? I hope that you pick something fun. See you next time, guys.